All right. Well, there we have it. Got decent pay. We're up over 3 million. And see if there's anything in the store. I don't know if there is. I might be able to get a mech out of this, though. I'm going to, like, double check what we have parts for. No, okay. Heat bank. Not too big of a fan of the heat banks, personally. That's not a bad one. The comm system. Get you some good morale. Otherwise, doesn't seem like there's a whole lot else here. No weapon systems. This is very expensive, though, so I think we pass on it. Let's just go straight to selling. I'm gonna go ahead and sell the Locust 1S. Probably the Spider, too. I'm probably not going to use that. And then I'm probably going to sell that arm mod, too. Let's go to equipment. The arm mod's not really worth selling, though, because you only get 16,000 for it. In my mind, it's not worth selling in that regard. But you get plus 40 melee damage. Okay. Well, I guess all that's left... Well, first we should go into our Mech Warrior screen. I don't think we had any repairs to do. We double check that, though. Yeah, no repairs to do. We do have a couple mechs to load out. This Commando 2D is not really that high of a priority to keep around or even modify. I might just send that down into storage. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Let's just send it down to storage. I'm not going to immediately sell it. But why pay maintenance for something we're probably not going to use? What I really want is another medium mech here. So we'll go ahead and send that down to storage. But we don't have to make that decision right now. Let's hold off. Okay, so we don't have any repairs to do. Let's go to our Mech Warriors. Actually, before we even do that, we should probably see if we have any contracts here to do. Because ideally, you don't want to spend experience until you know you're going to use it. Because you have to pay the Mech Warriors more as they level up. It's kind of a weird way it works, but until you assign the experience, it really doesn't count. But as you level someone up, as you actually spend the experience, they require more pay because they're a more skilled pilot. So it's kind of weird, but it's the best way to handle things financially. If you don't think you're going to use a pilot, just let them sit on the experience until you know you need them. All right, let's see what we got. Snitches get stitches. All right. These are kind of more difficult missions for us. Where does the travel contract go? Because we might end up going there. Now, we do have something I want to do. We have another flashpoint. Oh, it's a hard one. What about this one? 2.5. That's possibly doable. It's Steiner against House Liao. Okay. There are consecutive deployments, but it's a shorter engagement. Okay, I was just trying to, like, read what this was. So you're escorting a convoy, at least initially. That's what it sounds like. But the one I kind of want to do is this one over here. I don't know if we can get there in time, though, because it's 96 days. It's the same difficulty. So I don't know. And also, I don't know. This is Yang, one of the people in our employ. We don't know who we're fighting. And also, I don't know if he can pay me. Yeah, and he doesn't really tell us too much of what he's doing here, but if I went straight there, it'd be 59 days. We have a 96-day time limit. The downside of doing this is it's 59 days where we're not doing anything, and we have to pay $390,000 in jump costs, which is pretty damn expensive. So ideally, I'd want to make like kind of like halfway jumps before we get there. If we do that, maybe we get there in time, but it's kind of hard to say. So I might not do that one. I don't really know. We also have another flashpoint. Oh no, never mind. I misread that. That's just a location we've been to. Okay, so this is intriguing. It technically is on the way to get there, although it's quasi out of the way. All right. I said we do at least one mission here. See how that goes. and then we move on. So if I were to do that, probably use my A team, because it's going to be harder missions. So let's just focus on our A team, our primary mech warriors here.
Yes, Commander.
So getting that doesn't really help Brunswick. That does, though.
Mech warrior training complete.
Okay, Legend is one of our primary pilots. Okay. I mean, I want to get the called shot bonus on most of our pilots. Here we get a little bit of minimum range reduction, which I don't think helps her at all, really. Whereas this helps a lot. You get some melee defense, you get some hit defense, and you get extra chance to hit and melee, which does come up. So I'm going to go ahead and take this level. We'll probably get this one next time.
Training confirmed, Commander.
All right, Leo.
Go.
Okay. That one definitely. So just go ahead and do that. We want the called shot bonus. Then my pilot. We already got this, so I guess we will go for trying to get that called shot bonus eventually. So I'll go ahead and put that some points in there. All right, more or less ready to go. Let's go ahead and take a look at our contracts again. So I want to do 2.5 skull missions primarily, at least initially, and then I probably go with battle contracts here. I think a lot of these are pirate contracts. Oh, that's right. This is a desert planet, so definitely not doing the escort mission. That can go to hell. Ambush convoy is probably also not going to be high on my list. So yeah, let's go with the one that pays better. Although this one has better salvage. Yeah, let's go with the salvage one. All right, so it's going to be against House America. All right, that's fine. We boosted their relationship quite a bit. As a matter of fact, before we do that, how are we doing on reputation? Okay, so the Federated Sons, we are not liked by them. And House America are indifferent. So we haven't raised them liking us enough for it really to matter. As far as this goes, why it matters, we get better pay from House Davian. If we get this even higher, we'll start getting store discounts. So there's good reasons to get them to like you. All right, go ahead and do that pirate mission. Gonna be this one. This is a battle. I'm not gonna read through the details because you oftentimes see these a lot. 50-50 is probably fine. I mean, this is a lot of salvage. I'm all right with that. Reason why I'm looking for salvage is the 2.5 skulls. We're probably going to see more medium mechs potentially, and we definitely need medium mechs. We have pretty much the 3 medium mechs we started the game with. Nothing else. So we need to start getting some salvage. So let's go ahead and get in here. We have to assign everybody ourselves. So Brunswick there, my pilot here, Legend there, and Leo there. Phoenix Hawk here. Firestarter, where are you? There you are. There. Enforcer there. Vindicator there. In particular, we need support mechs. Right now, these both are pretty much frontline mechs. Kind of prefer something that's a little bit more what Leo can take advantage of. Okay, let's go ahead and deploy. We've got a nice lineup of light mechs in our mech bays. Medium mechs we need to start getting. Obviously, eventually we're going to want even better than that. You're plotting, which means drinking time. All right, here we go. Oh, piloting. Yeah, that makes more sense. All right, let's go ahead and begin.
Command interface initiated.
All right, this is a place. Time to start the party, Commander. Our target should be somewhere in this vicinity. Let's hit them there hard and get them excited. Context. Oh, and remember, they're going to call for reinforcements.
Okay, here we go.
Alright, so we got double the enemy to deal with. gonna jump. Okay, that doesn't really help. Alright, never mind. We're not gonna engage them this turn. Oh, that's right. We were starting with our slower mechs. Can I get within sensor range? I sure can't. Well, again, next turn. You know what? F it. Let's go with a more aggressive move. Maybe we get vision here.
Heading out.
Depends how loose their formation is. Ah, there we go. And that's a medium mech. Let them come in. Come on in. The water is fine. A year of Baker's dozen of mech pilots are killed due to PUI. There'll be one of them. I don't know what PUI means. You're gonna have to explain that to me. Oh, F you. Damn lucky shot.
Incoming bandit.
That looked like it hit, but it was a miss. Oh, piloting under the influence. Okay, gotcha. That was an LRM-5. That could be a number of things. Alright. Well, the Enforcer's a nice target now. Let's just start opening up on him. Alright. Actually,
Standing by.
let's get this show on the road right now. I'm not going to be able to really get a good position here, but I will be able to beat them in initiative, so it will get us in a good position later. Alright, so let's see what we got. We got a Kintaro. That's scary. That's probably what the LRM-5 was. Oh, we got a vehicles. Uh-oh. That is... Shit. We gotta know what that is.
I've got a sensor.
It's a Manticore. Alright, I don't know if there's a whole lot I can do about that. Fortunately. But we're starting to see some heavy crap.
Receiving you.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do with that information, but I needed to know what that was, so I knew how much to crap my pants. If I move to here, do I get anything else in range? No, alright. You know what? There we go. That's what I want. I'll be blocking my own shots, though. Eh. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. This one's tough.
Commander.
Facing Manticore is kind of like makes this whole thing a little bit tougher.
Ready for orders.
Alright, let's go ahead and have Leo come in.
Moving to position.
Like doing drunk boxing. Alright, let's go ahead.
Locked on.
Okay. Now Legend. Probably going to jump in, because we need to get close to get a lot of our weapons in there. Yeah, unfortunately. That's what I'm going to have to do to get all my weapons in, and kind of leaves us open to counterattacks, but F it. I want to get more damage in here.
Affirmative.
Was a lot of missing. We've got an AC-10 crit, that's nice.
Inflicting
We
heavy
also
damage.
almost knocked him down. I cannot actually knock him down, unfortunately, because the Phoenix Hawk has no way of doing so. Alright. Well, I think the move here is to jump up here. I'm hoping the Manticore moves forward. Maybe we can get a melee attack on it next turn. There's some really dangerous stuff on this field right now.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Alright, just open up here.
Engaging target.
Alright, here comes the Manticore. Sadly, did not move up forward very far. Oh, come on! You get that much evasion and they just hit you over and over again with stuff that...
Yep.
Ah! Alright, well, we'll just open up here. I really regret not attacking with this guy last turn.
I copy.
Oh, I cannot jump far at all. Well, we'll put myself in here. That'll make me really hard to hit. They're also breaking our line of sight, potentially. Okay, I guess not. Oh, if the Enforcer backs up, then they don't have vision.
I've been
Oh,
sensor
never mind on that. They definitely have vision now. Not a whole lot we can do about that, though. Oh, hello. We have ourselves another Manticore over there? No, that couldn't have been a Manticore. That's a mech. We're really severely outnumbered here.
Damage minimal.
We might have to withdraw from this one. So we got a full lance in front of us. Full lance to the side of us. And a Manticore. And I'm not sure how I deal with any of this nonsense.
minimal damage.
And they're hitting very, very improbable shots here. The other problem we have is that no matter what I move here, it gets hit by that Manticore and there's nothing I can do about it because the Manticore is way too far away. We're going to take a beating. I honestly don't know what the right call here is. I mean, in theory, maybe I can beat these guys, but I don't know how right now. I have to think about it. They've already hit me decently hard on the fire starter. And they're going to continue to, because that Manticore can hit me no matter what I do. If I go in really aggressively with the Phoenix Hawk, the Phoenix Hawk is going to get counterattacked really hard. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Walk here, use Vigilance. That's interesting. Did you attack? Anyway, use Vigilance. Go ahead and open up here.
Engaging target.
We'll see how it goes, but this is looking like a very quickly... This is one of the problems with battles. This lance is 2.5 skull lance. This addition pretty much doubles the difficulty. So I potentially would have struggled against this lance by itself. I mean, I don't think so because it's the AI, but... One lance here outweighs me by a significant margin. Two, I don't know.
Yes, Commander.
My other problem is the Vindicator has to be really close to be able to do a whole lot. And she's running hot too, so...
Standing by.
Yeah, I don't know what the right call is here. When that Katara gets close, it will F me up. All the mechs I'm facing have really heavy armor too, so that's another thing of why I'm just not sure what to do here.
Copy that.
We should at least try and kill something. I can knock that guy down this turn.
Commander.
I just wish I had, I don't know, like a better move, really. But I don't, so... I should knock him down.
That's going to hurt.
Okay. Well, we haven't crossed that line yet, Leo. I want to get something out of this contract. So we're going to kill at least one of them. Withdrawals are instant. You just hit this button up here and it just happens. So it's not like you have to really disengage from the enemy. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Reserve. This guy shouldn't go because we knocked him down. It's going to allow them to open fire on the Phoenix Hawk quite a bit here, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it, unfortunately. Because they have to keep the Phoenix Hawk in place for the vision. The Enforcer
What's up, boss?
is already in a good position to try and finish off this Enforcer. Just go center torso and try and get the quick kill.
Target acquired.
Okay, well, we got the right torso. That helps.
Critical hit, Commander.
An assassin. They're starting to hit me pretty decently there. Alright. I think the Phoenix Hawk has to back out now. So... center torso, try and get the kill. Got it.
Let's get this done.
Now we know they have sensor lock,
Enemy mech
so
destroyed.
very likely they get a sensor lock on me. We don't want to overheat. That'll do. Get quite a bit of evasion from that move, so I'm alright with that. We're gonna be running hot as hell. That's at least one kill. Now they don't have vision, so they have to use sensor lock to acquire anything if they do that at all. There they go.
Sensor locked.
So now they have Leo and vision, which I'm alright with. Let's hold. See if we can get anything going. Now this will make the pirate slightly upset at me if I withdraw. Oh, what happened?
Damage minimal.
I can review it potentially. Give me a second. As soon as this message of his is under review.
High damage. Hold
Yeah,
it firm.
unfortunately I don't see that on my bot. Give me 1 second, dude, and I'll get you. Oh, never mind. Leo, you have full permission to not allow him to say such things. You can also time him out if you like, Leo. Totally up to you. Alright, I'll go ahead and let the Manticore go. It only has one target at the moment. Alright. Batgrum? Good one.
Orders.
Alright. I'm alright with pushing forward a little bit here. They've all gone. Brunswick is running hot. You know, honestly, that Kintara was the wrong target to go after. I can't remember what this is, though. I wish I could remember. Because then I can make a decision on which one to attack. I'd like to try at least one more mechs down. The Kintara is going to be hard to achieve that on. Oh, we'll find out what it is in a second. It is a Vindicator. Okay, that's a little easier to take out. We are going to have to turn down our damage a little bit. Run from a severed tentacle. I don't know what's worse though in that case. You guys get in behind me if I move like that. I might have to withdraw just because of the freaking temperature. Not a whole lot I can do here with us being in the desert. I hate deserts. Yeah, see, this is just Overheat City. We can fire a medium laser and the snub-nosed PPC, which that is honestly the more important thing to fire, but... Okay.
Hot damn. Let's do this.
Alright, Brunswick is going to open up on him again. More than likely, I'm going to have to walk out of this one, though, if I do so. Alright, well, before we do it, let's see what our retreat path is. They'd get in behind me fairly easily. I'd have very little evasion. The counterattack would be very devastating. I'm running too hot here. Yeah, all this positioning kind of sucks, but honestly, that one's probably the best one I can do. So, we can get out. So I'll go ahead and open up here.
I'm on it.
All right. Move like that. Hopefully they don't get in behind me.
Commander.
All right. All I'm looking for is the knockdown here. Don't know if I can pull that off with where my heat is, though. Maybe I just walk here. Walk, use vigilance. In theory, I get the attack off. Now, that Kintara, if it attacks me, which it's going to be able to, even with 40% damage reduction, it's going to do a lot of damage to me. So, not sure this is the most intelligent move I'm doing right now, but it's what I got, so it's what we're going to do.
Affirmative.
Vigilance. Yeah, so I can just pull off the PPC. Now, the PPC is still good for us to fire because it will knock him down without a shadow of a doubt. There goes the arm. Granted, that didn't really reduce the firepower too much, but here goes the knockdown. Okay, so we might be able to kill 2 mechs, and then I think I'm just going to withdraw because I don't think we're going to accomplish much more than that. Surprising, they really didn't do anything.
Yes, Commander.
Now, Leo can continue to follow up against our opponent here, but would be very vulnerable.
Good to go.
Might not be as bad of a move. Just back up a little bit. If I... Oh,
Moving
shit.
out.
I wanted to check the targeting before I did that. That's really bad. Well, it is what it is.
Engaging.
It hit alright, I guess.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
So maybe we get one more kill here. Phoenix Hawk is not going to be able to follow up with much.
Damage is light.
All right, let's reserve. This counterattack from the guitar is going to be pretty scary. But hey, it's in the desert too, so it has to worry about all this heat nonsense just as much as I do. I think we go pretty hard in there with Brunswick next turn, potentially, if we can get the kill. Yeah, it's starting to make that Vindicator pay. Hey, here it comes. Oh, okay, it's going to be against the Forcer, which is actually what we did not want. Ow.
Light damage, Commander.
With my heat where it is, there's not a whole lot I can do. This is a very risky move, but it is what it is. Oh, I can only get the ER medium laser in there. Well, if we land with it, he'll die.
Engaging target.
Hey! Good job.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Okay, here comes the Manticore counterattack. I think we would draw at this point. We've killed 2 mechs. The salvage is really good. Granted, we'll get reduced salvage after that contract. But I don't think we can do a whole lot more here. That's worth sticking around. I mean, maybe we could take out the Kintaro. Maybe we could take out the... I think this is like the other, because we have 50% killed. I think this is the Manticore is part of that Lance. I just don't think we can kill the second Lance, not without taking way too many losses. So we're going to go ahead and make a judgment call right here and now, and we're going to withdraw. At the end of the day, we'll have some consequences for doing so, but it'll be the pirates that hate us for it, so oh well. You were drawing in bad faith. Think of your reputation. Are you sure? Now, see, this is where the bad faith thing comes in. Good faith is you complete one objective. Well, unfortunately, that's going to be kind of tough to do. So, sorry. What a disaster. I only hope our failure doesn't get our friends caught.
Retreat initiated.
Oh well, they're pirates. We'll see the consequences here, but I think that was the right call. We will get maybe a little bit of money. No, we get nothing. We get nothing for that mission. The pirates really hate my guts, but they already hated me kind of, so oh well. We get 0 experience. We do get salvage though, so that wasn't a complete loss. I'm gonna go ahead and take both the Enforcer part and the Vindicator part because we're looking for medium mechs. Even if they're already mechs, we have. Better than nothing. And we got a PPC and a small laser. So that sucked. But, hey, we got something out of it. We got some salvage. I think we move on from this planet. We might get lucky with another battle contract. But I need to stay away from planets like this because our mechs are they just run hot, and planets like this is just going to screw us. So, yep, I think we move on. So the question is, where do we move to? And I think the answer is we go for this other flashpoint here. This one right here. It's 2.5 skulls, which is kind of within our wheelhouse. It's short. Now, ideally, I would want more mechs than I have right now. And that's kind of our problem. I could take this travel contract. Goes to Claybrook. Now, actually, what is the planet information here? It is Terran, so that's not as bad. This one, I think, is also Terran. Yes. I think that's where the travel contract is. Or maybe it's here. That's also Terran. Not very far away, though. And it's got, although the contracts... Oh, no, wait, it's here. That's where we're traveling. That's Lunar. Go F that. Lunar is even worse than a desert planet. No, thank you. You see what this planet information is. So it's a 2.5 skull planet. Yes, student, you have a question? 26 days, it kind of gets us going the direction we need to go, which is up here. Don't know if we can do that in enough time. Alright. That's where we're at. Kind of, yeah. It's kind of like Mountain Blade. Yeah. Because there's no atmosphere, your ability to dissipate heat is really bad. Lunar is the worst it can possibly be. Desert is the next worst. And then jungle is generally pretty bad. Terran is your midpoint. So there's a few different biomes that are, you know, Terran biomes, but that's kind of your middle of the road. And then you have your Arctic biomes that are usually generally better. So yeah, so you usually want to stay away from lunar planets unless you have really good heat efficient mechs. But I don't usually build heat efficient mechs because damage is usually one of the highest priorities that I have when I design a mech, and that tends not to do so well as far as the heat dissipation goes. I figure if you're not pushing your heat sinks, you're not getting the job done. You need to push the limit a little bit. All right, in any case, so let's I think we go ahead and do this flashpoint. We might not be ready for it based off of the mechs that we have, but I don't know what else we do here. We could just mess around at systems that are a little easier, but frankly, we need to start getting medium mechs. Kind of hope that the mission that we just did would have been better for us. I mean, I don't know. We could try and do one more contract here. Oh, never mind. The pirates now hate me enough that they won't let me do that job. Alright, well. Never mind. I guess we move on. So back to navigation. So either go somewhere else, or we just do this flashpoint. And I think, honestly, doing the flashpoint is the wiser move. So it's going to cost 150,000 to get here. It's only 26 days. So the question is, before we decide to travel there, what work do we need done? So the primary thing is just to get more backup mechs. I think we go ahead and we throw... Well, the fire starter is going to be easy. We'll just do generally the same thing. Oh, that's cool. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, small laser. Small laser. Small laser. Oh, that's right. There's only one slot. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing right now. This is pretty much my standard loadout here. So, yeah, they'll do. We need to get our jump jets. Put one in each location. Actually, no, we want 6. So, put a couple on the legs. Should do it. And then we've got 5 tons to work with. We could throw a heat sink in there, I guess. Then we have 4 tons to work with. Maybe another heat sink, but let's see what we can get with armor. Because 4 tons of armor, that's going to be a lot. So let's just maximize the arms. I mean, honestly, just maximize. Go to 70 for now. We'll see where we're at after that. Go up to 80, I don't know. And then maybe 80 in there. Yeah, still have a lot of room left. So this could go up to 80. That could go up to 80. Okay, so 80, 80, 80. Let's get the rear torso up a little bit. So 30, 30. Let's say 40, and then 90. 85. All right, works for me. And we got another ton to put into another heatsink, which, that's probably a good idea. So generally, all right from a heat efficiency standpoint, although it still may slightly struggle. Pretty good on armor. All right, let's go ahead and confirm that's only 7 days, so should get that done in plenty of time. Well, another advantage of going somewhere else is we might be able to find things in a store. We might be able to find things in the store where we're going. Downside of that, though, is we find something in the store where we're going, we can't set it up for the mission that we have. I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a limb and just put this down to storage. That way we don't have to pay for it. All right. Barracks. How are we doing on our slots here? We're full up. All right, so we can't take any more pilots. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and do the travel. All right, before I do that, I'm going to read the Flashpoint description. So we're being paid by House Steiner to go after House Leo. House Steiner requires your assistance in leading a Davian Steiner convoy across a broad swathe of hostile terrain. Payment will be remitted upon the safe delivery of the convoy's payload. So this is a short contract, but there is consecutive deployments, so we will have to be mindful of that. Let's travel.
Calculating course now, Commander.
Engines primed. All hands prepare for transition to thrust gravity.
All right, so anyway, like to
Hey, boss.
explain, I don't know if I went as much into it, but this game has both the battle elements, which let's just say for sake of simplification is kind of like XCOM, but you have the mercenary company management elements, which is somewhat like Mountain Blade, but as opposed to Mountain Blade where you can you know, conquer a world and set up your own kingdom and stuff like that, none of that stuff exists in this game. But you do have different factions, so there's some similarity with there. You can ally yourself to a faction, which we're kind of working towards. There are benefits for doing that. So we go over to Reputation. You have a little button here that's ally with faction. Once you pick an ally, you can't ally with anyone else. Once you pick an ally, whoever their enemies are become your enemies. So in the case of House Davian here, the Federated Sons, they have 4 enemies. Their enemies are the Draconis Combine, the Capellan Confederation, the Pirates, and the Taurian Concordant. So those factions would now be my enemies. I drop in reputation significantly with them. So that is a consideration. Different factions have different enemies. Some don't have as many. So I think a few have 4. The Capellans have a lot of enemies. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty much every faction is enemies with the Pirates, so that's always going to be the same. House Steiner has 5. The Canopians have 4. Draconis Combine has 4. The Free Worlds League only has 3, so I think they're the fewest. The Taurians have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the Pirates have a lot of enemies. Just pretty much every other faction. The Pirates are generally pretty hard to ally with because it's a lot easier to find contracts against them than for them. But it's possible. Your one advantage here, I mean, in theory, you get a lot of the other advantages of allying with a faction. I don't really know how the Pirates work with that regard, but if I remember correctly, if the Pirates like you, you do get an opportunity to get into the black markets. Whereas if they don't like you, that avenue is a little harder to get to. As far as most other factions, again, I don't know how this is how the Pirates work, but for example, if we were to ally with House Davian, which is kind of where we're going, we get access to special faction stores. I technically was in the previous system, was in a place like that, but I'll show that to you if it comes up. All right, well, in any case, we just got a part of our ship, the Argo, built, so we're going to go ahead and go into the ship upgrade screen and see what else we can do. All right, so I think to get a lot of things, we need to get our beta pod fixed. This is fairly expensive, but we made good money in that last run. So I'll go ahead and do this, because we do need it for everything else, so get the work done. Also increase the number of pilots we can hire, which is also good. It generally is a good idea when you have consecutive deployments, although we have enough pilots that we're pretty much covered for consecutive deployments, but it's still a good idea to have as many pilots available as you can for that kind of thing.
That work order you submitted is complete.
All right. So I might have some more work to do. If I remember correctly, I picked up a medium laser that had a little extra damage. Let's take a look at our components, see if there's anything else I'm missing. So we have an AC-5 with extra damage. Not likely going to use that. Large laser with extra accuracy. LRM-10 with stability damage, LRM-15 with stability damage, the medium laser with 5 damage. That's definitely gonna get used. Okay, that's probably gonna be it. So, you know, we could have put tag in one of our mechs. This gives us extra damage for energy and ballistic. Could be good. This is very minimal damage itself. It only does 1. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at our mech bay. Oh, I'm already there. Never mind. Let's go ahead and refit the Phoenix Hawk. So this is just going to be a simple matter of increasing our medium laser effectiveness. The plus 5 damage. So we're now up to 140. So we're getting there. This is only going to take a little bit of time.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
I might as well get that taken care of while we're traveling.
I wrapped up that job you asked for, Commander.
There, it's done. Financial report's going to hit us soon, which is why I usually hold off putting experience in my pilots, because that's when that comes due, is the financial report. So we're probably going to eat some, or lose some more money here. Well, not probably, for sure. Privateer. Well, I don't think those guys are privateers necessarily. The pirates already extorted money out of me. The bastards.
I've got the financial report.
All right, so our expenses are going to be 740,000. I usually go generous. This is going to give you more morale. Morale is usually a really good idea because as you build that up, it just makes you more effective in combat. It makes you able to use more special abilities. I also think my little face here is a little too low. All right, I wanted to fix that real quick. Okay, so now that's over with. Let's go ahead and continue here. But our money is quickly dwindling here. There's another reason why we didn't want to do a 59-day jump, because not only would we be paying the money to do so, we'd be paying the money for the monthly costs. Uh-oh. Oh, to the XO. Annoyed, Darius calls you on the comms. Commander, I'm going to need you over in the corridor between the barracks and the mess. I caught Triceratops painting my likeness on the bulkheads, and I'm not amused. In the corridor, Triceratops stands next to the mural, clutching an airbrush. Behind her, the XO is depicted flexing his shirtless, rippling biceps and abs, while flames are up behind him. I mean, that sounds like a cool artist rendering. What's going on here, Triceratops, you ask? Everyone hates this stretch. It's cold and gray, so I decided to turn up the heat. Triceratops grins. You know, some members of the crew really like it. What do you guys think? I mean, it's for morale, right? They don't like this hallway. We need murals. We need entertainment. Who cares about Darius? He doesn't get in combat. We might lose some morale due to discipline. Allow Triceratops to continue in an unauthorized area. Let's put a little bit of discipline down. A little bit of discipline down, so it's only in authorized areas. Maybe? Lighten up. Yay, we got morale! Yay! Morale is worth a lot of money. As you just saw, we paid a lot of money to get that one morale, so that actually is like free money almost. You turn to the XO. Darius, you need to lighten up. This is a tribute. If anything, I'm jealous I didn't get my own mural. Darius cocks his head, reconsidering his glistening physique on the wall. If you say so. Triceratops picks up her airbrush. Just you wait, Commander. There's plenty where that came from. The next day, you're swarmed by a crowd outside your quarters. On the bulkhead across the corridor, you're painted riding a missile through space with a sword in a hand. All right, cool. A bolt of blue lightning erupts from the tip of the blade. As you pass through the crowd, crew members extend high fives and fist bumps. Hey, Pug. All right. Let us continue. So we have another ship upgrade upcoming. Money's a little tight, so we're going to have to consider that. But we have a lot of options once that beta pod comes. I might upgrade the simulator depending on whether that's an option. I think it will be.
Undocked from junction. We're clear.
Alright.
Those upgrades you asked for are online, Commander.
Alright, let's see what else we can build. Alright, so all of these things just opened up. But, more importantly, the training simulator just opened up. And it's fairly cheap. So they'll gain more experience per day, but also it increases the cap by double of when they'll stop getting benefit from it. So, definitely going to do that.
Get the team on it right away.
Because what we can do is we can hire some less experienced pilots and just sit on them. And just let them accrue all the experience more or less for free as they just sit there. So, they're there in a pinch if we need them. But, you know. Although, that's kind of not the strategy we've been going for. Oh well. We at least have one pilot that will benefit from that, so. Alright. Well, that too. They'll accrue salary, definitely. Okay, so we can begin this, but we won't do that just yet. I would like to take a look at the store. We have an idea of what we have in store. Okay, so Cicada, no thanks. Commando, no thanks. Javelin 10N. Nah. Phoenix Hawk. Bunch of junk so far. Okay. Yeah, we don't have any parts for this stuff, so unfortunately, we're not going to be getting any of it because unless I am already close to getting something, I mean, I'd love to take a Warhammer, but it's not in the cards, and there's no other systems here, so that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We also can't really afford to take too many of these parts. Now, if it's something we were close to getting, like we had already had 3 or 4 parts, then yeah, obviously I'd consider it, but right now we have 0 of pretty much all of these things. I think the only thing we had any parts for were stuff we didn't want, so oh well. Okay, so that's the store. There's nothing special in here. If there was, there would be other things here, like there'd be tabs. Like if there was the black market here, we could select a tab to do so. All right, well, let's go ahead and just go straight to the contracts here. Or no, we want to go to the flashpoint itself, which is a button that you can't see over here. Before we do that, of course, we should spend all of our experience and all of our pilots, because we don't know. We might need every single one of them, and with a consecutive deployment, we won't have the chance to burn that experience beforehand. So, you don't have any experience.
For orders.
Use. We're still trying to get you that, so you're going to save.
Good to go.
Same thing with you. We're trying to get something else.
Ready for orders.
Not sure we really have any experience to spend.
Commander.
Triceratops has some experience. Not sure any of it helps her, though, so right now, we're going to ignore. Truck, possibly. Although, I'm probably trying to save up for this. So, yeah, that seems to be kind of the general thing here. What was I going to do with you? I think I was going to use you to be a backup attacker, if I remember correctly. So, again, we're just going to save, because I'm like, what, 20 experience for being able to afford that? So, yeah. Looks like we're just going to start this contract. Yeah, ace piloting is very good. I put it on... usually my scouts, I also do it on what I call an attacker role pilot. So my pilot has ace pilot. Okay, let's go ahead and continue here. Okay, so we already read the description. We're going to be against House Liao, which is fine. They're going to be an enemy of ours anyway eventually, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and begin. Okay, joint venture. Kind of indirectly, we are doing a mission for House Davian as well. It's just we're probably not going to get anything from them. Welcome to Adrar, Commander Gunner. I thank you for your promptness as always. House Steiner needs you to escort an unarmed convoy to a reinforced mech bay on the western tip of Black Earth Plateau. The safety of this convoy is of paramount importance. Its cargo is both precious and rare. Okay. Yeah, what's the payload? In truth, Mr. Vertanen, that is none of your concern. But in the interest of transparency, I will answer your question. I hope that you will recognize this gesture as the symbol of friendship that it is. The trucks are carrying the final components for a new form of battle mech, the first product of a marriage between Davian inventiveness and Steiner industry. Oh, this mission. Wow, right after the mission with the Raven, we're getting the mission with the Hatchetman. It's quite an achievement, I assure you. House Liao would like nothing better than to take it from us. Isn't that so funny? That it's almost the same scenario, and it's against the House Capellan again. I mean, it's before it was a Capellan's mech, but we won't let that happen. Yeah, okay, so usually speaking, I'm trying to remember like the lore, because Yang is from Capellan territory, but if I remember correctly, and I might be slightly off with this, but the Capellans are like, they're kind of Chinese, like that's some of their ancestry, but they have other ancestry as well. I think Russian, Chinese, Russian, and probably a few other things, probably in the same general area. So it's possible that you have some Finnish ancestry there as well. But that's probably an explanation for you right there. So like House Steiner is like a mixture of like, I think like a lot of European ancestry insofar as like English, German, stuff like that. So most of the houses, it's not just one dominant ancestry, although sometimes you can think of it that way. There's like a mixture. Like for example, House Kurita, like the dominant one that most people would think would be Japanese, but there's also a pretty significant Swedish ancestry there as well. As a matter of fact, that is a group of people that gets their independence. I think, I'm trying to remember at what point that happened. Was it the War of 3039 that happened? So yeah, it's kind of like interesting. Like if you look into the lore, and I'm not probably remembering it 100%. I'm sure there's somebody else that knows where all that stuff is and how it works. But yeah. In any case, yeah, very good, Commander. Now let us discuss the complications that will stand in your way. The convoy is currently hidden from Liao eyes, and will remain so until you meet it at the rendezvous point. Unfortunately, there is but a single road between the convoy and its destination, and that road is continuously patrolled by the units of the Liao Reserves. We have solid intel on the size and composition of one of these patrol groups, a unit that we have dubbed Sentry Team Alpha. Unfortunately, that's where our battlefield intelligence ends. Those about the Sentry Team Alpha. If we choose to engage while they're in the AO, what will we be going up against? Well, that could be true as well. I don't know. A mid-range hunter-killer lance with long-range fire support available as backup. An ideal configuration to go up against on an escort mission. I know, but we have no intel at all on what else the Liao Reserves may be fielding. If you choose to deploy outside of Sentry Team Alpha's patrol window, you could find yourself face-to-face with a full assault lance, or perhaps not. You just don't know. And so, my friend, you have a choice to make. Will you deploy against Sentry Team Alpha, or will you roll the dice on the unknown? I don't envy your decision, but as a commander in the field, it's yours to make. So pretty much we're choosing either to go with the known or the unknown. And I would rather go with the devil you know than the devil you don't. So you got intel on Sentry Team Alpha. I'll take that over a question mark any day. Last time you saw a Finnish name was in Might and Magic 8, which had a cheese collector named Justo? I probably butchered that, I apologize, but that means that's a Finnish word for cheese. That's funny. Very good, Commander. I'll see to it that the convoy leader is prepared and ready to depart. Best of luck on the planet's surface. I'll be monitoring your progress from here. It's getting close to my break time, so we might load in here and then I'll take my break. All right. So I'm fairly certain this is the Hatchetman mission because this is familiar to me. I've definitely done this contract before, and based off the description we got, Sounds like it. Now, we are in the jungle, which is going to be a little bit problematic. But you stow like that? Okay. Hopefully I pronounced that somewhat all right. We have eyes on Sentry Trim Alpha, Commander. They're patrolling the AO, just as I said they would be. Expect moderate to heavy resistance on the path to the objective. As a reminder, it is absolutely vital that this convoy reaches destination. Do not disappoint me. Ostender isn't even supposed to have a presence in the system, so be careful. While the Capellans pick you up on their sensors, I imagine, that all hell is going to break loose. Okay. I'm going to go for salvage over money. Still pretty good paying. But we need to salvage. And you can't see these numbers, so it's 400 roughly 1,000 C-bills and then 3 and 12 for the salvage. Alright, let's go ahead and accept. We're going to use the same lance we did last time. It's the best lance we have, and these are the best pilots we have. And that's just going to have to do the job. Yeah, I don't think I have better pilot. Yeah, better mechs. Alright, let's go ahead and continue. This mission's not that bad. I just worry that we don't have as heavy of stuff as we could have coming into this. But I think we'll be able to do the job. Our pilots are fairly well experienced. I think we'll be fine. But usually speaking, I have more firepower than what we have coming into this contract. All right, let's go ahead and load up here.
Command interface
Although,
initiated.
me loading in here is kind of pointless because I'm going to have to load again when I come back from the break, but oh well. I've marked Graf Stieglitz-Bradford's rendezvous point on your map, Commander. Convoy leader, do you copy? Roger that, Oliviera. We are all packed up and ready to roll. We're under orders to beeline it to the mech bay as soon as you reach the rendezvous point. So I hope that your mech warriors can keep up. Understood, Convoy leader. We'll let you set the pace. Thanks for understanding. Oh, and fair warning, I've been hearing a lot of Capellan military chatter on the comms lately. Won't take them long to find us after we roll out. We'll take it under advisement, Convoy leader. See you soon. All right, there we have it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take my break now.